welcome to a new episode of the Knitting in the Podcast. I am Ivonne and I'm a knitter from Holland. I live in the east of Holland, near the German border, and I love to knit and I love to talk about it. So welcome to my 2 weekly podcast episodes. This is episode 43 in English. It is super nice weather in the Netherlands on the moment. Yeah, it couldn't be better. It's around 10 degrees during the day, and I think today it will be 17 degrees. It's sunny, and in the night it's still cold. So we have March is beginning very good, so I'm happy. I love the winter a lot, but I love also spring when everything is awakening after the dark days, and so am I. I'm feeling more energy. I feel that really. So I don't have a coffee anymore. I'm having a water in my lovely glass I bought at the HEMA once. I take a sip because I have a dry throat. I did do the Dutch episode already. So I'm going to tell you all about what I knitted on the last 2 weeks. And this is what I'm wearing. This is my Awesomer Gossamer shawl. I did a test knit for Stephen West in December and January. We had 4 weeks to knit this one. And I thought it was a little bit cold here in my room where I tape always my podcasts. Sorry, I'm itchy everywhere. So I thought, oh yeah, Ivonne, you can do your Awesomer Gossamer shawl around you. If you want to know everything about this shawl, you can go back, I think, 3 episodes or so, and you can see where I knit it from and henceforth what my experience was. But it's really warm, like a stola shawl. So that is that. Last weekend in the Netherlands it was Carnival. I don't celebrate that anymore. I did it when I was younger. I did it every year. But the last, I think since the Corona crisis, I stopped and I'm not enjoying it anymore. So I don't celebrate that. But it was super nice weather for the Carnival. And there are a lot of, how do you say that? Carnivals optochten. That they go in the streets with the nice wagons with big colorful things. So the weather was super good for that, and that was nice. It was a super nice weekend. I had not lazy. I had a relaxed weekend. That's the better word. And I knitted a lot. And that's what I like to do most. Knitting, household. Yeah, going to drink a coffee here and there. Going to my boyfriend and see one of the girlfriends from last. If you see my weekly vlog last week, you saw that we went to the Hulst Beach. That's here in the neighborhood, and that's what I like to do. That is my life a little bit. It's not super excited anymore now, and that's okay because that's what I like to do. Last Monday I ordered my yarn room again. I ordered, or how do you say it? I clean it up, and that gives me a good how much yarn I've got, how much lovely yarn I have. I have so many lovely skeins and balls that reminds me of Ivonne. You don't need anything new. You have a lot, knit with it and enjoy it. So I'm trying to be better this year. I don't want to buy nothing because that's that's I think not possible to do, and that's not what's making me happy. but I want to buy more. No, I want to buy less. That is what I want. I want to buy less things and not order immediately when you see something nice. It's hard because sometimes you see something in a vlog or a podcast and you think, oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, I'm going to Google it and I want to buy it. So, but I can look at it, of course, but I have to think about it twice or or more than twice before I order it because of all my lovely yarns I already have. So that is a note to myself. And maybe you recognize that there's so many nice things, and I bought a lot the last 3 years, but now I want to reduce the buying. That is what I want. We don't stop, but we reduce it. Now I have 2 finished objects. Of course, the 2 finished objects are socks. I always knit socks a lot. I love it. And the 2 I finished were the scrappy socks. This one's the first one. I got these balls from a viewer, Mia. She's called Mia. And this is all hand-dyed yarns. So I love the color so much. I had enough to do squares in my blanket. And then there was enough left to do a part of the sock. I wanted to use it all for the foot also, but that wasn't enough for 2 socks. So then I went in my stash and I bought last year or the year before that. I think the year before I bought merinos in these colors. That was with Easter, and I thought it was 100% merino, but when I cleaned up my yarn stash, I found the ball bands, and it was 85 merino and 15 nylon, so I could use it for socks. So then I thought this is maybe a nice combination. It's a little bit very colorful, but I like it. So these were finished. Normally I will do 14 rounds of cuff and then start the colors, but in this particular I did 10, because this is all 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, so 50 rows for the leg. A little bit shorter than I normally do. Then I do the heel flap and gusset and heel flap, gusset and heel flap, heel turn and the gusset. And then I do 60 rows for my foot, and that's perfect for my size foot, size European 40. Then I'm starting the toe and I Kitchener stitch them together. Really happy with it. Oh yeah, on needle 2.25. That's my standard DPN. I'm a DPN sock knitter. So that is the first finished object. Maybe it's nice to tell. I casted the first sock on. That's the brown sock. 13 February I casted on the first sock, and 14 February the first sock was ready, so it was really quick. And the second one I finished on 1 March. So in total I think it was a little bit of 2 weeks that I knitted these socks. Then I have another finished object, and that is also a scrappy sock in the brown colors. I think this looks really nice. I love it. My eyes love this color combination. I felt like casting on another scrappy sock just because I felt like it, and I chose to do the heels, the cuff, heel and toe in the same color. That was 1 ball Arvetta Filcolana. And I did the cuff longer this time, 20 rounds instead of 14. I don't like to knit 3x1 is the best for me. 2x2 I don't like, and 1x1 I don't even like less. But 3x1 that rhythm is I think nice to do. And I thought maybe it's nice to do a longer cuff this time. But it's not my favorite. I always think after 14 rounds, okay, it's enough, we'll go on. No, I chose all lovely leftovers from swaps, from socks I knitted. This one is the zigzag. Some whole balls I used. This is a whole ball, also a Filcolana Arvetta. This is from a whole ball. This is from one of the viewers. I got a little skein and so forth. And the balls from Roel are in it too. I made a gnome of the rest and I knitted squares of it, and this is what was left over. So I think these socks are really, it's really nice to my eyes. I think that this is one of my favorites. But yeah, it's a scrappy sock, so I cannot duplicate it. Yeah, for 2 socks, but not for another sock because I don't have enough yarn in anymore. But that's okay. These are for me. What I said, I have size 40, European size 40, and I like them. That was my second finished object. There's a cat scratching at the door. I hope you don't hear it, but I will ignore it because I don't want the cats inside my room when I'm taping. I record my podcast. In the beginning, Mosi and Pookie were here, but they were catching each other, so that's not. I don't like that while I'm recording. Then I have a half-finished object. That is this sock. The red one, I got this skein in the Advent swap as a present. It's a really nice hand-dyed yarn. The woman who gave this to me bought it on Marktplaats, and I think it's a really was a really nice yarn to knit with. In this particular, I thought I will do another cuff, and I chose this one from the book 52 Weeks of Socks #1. It's a little cable. It looks really nice, but I think it's I have to do that more often to make a. Yeah, it was a little bit wobbly, not, but how do you say it? Gepriegel. I used a little wooden stick for your teeth to cable the stitch to the back, and then then you have to twist them, and that was a little wobbly. We'll say wobbly, or how do I say it? No, I don't know. You know what I mean. No, and then it's a vanilla sock. I knitted up really, really quick. I don't want to say really quick because I have a lot of socks always on my needles, but it was good to do. And then the toe I did in the same green as the cuff. I didn't want to do the heel flap in green because then you have to change yarns. I'm not always liking that because now I don't have holes here. That's better when you do it in one color. So that is the one, and the other one, the second one, is also already on my needles. It lives in this lovely little bag. This is a little bag from Quilting Mieke. I bought that on a ontmoetdag. And this is what I've got so far from the second sock. Oh yeah, I changed the needles. I put in the shorter DPNs because that fits better in this little bag. This is not my favorite, 15 centimeters. I always prefer 20 centimeters. But yeah, so the second sock is on the way, and I will, I think I will finish that within 2 weeks when I see you again, I hope. That's the planning. Then I have a sock that I knit on in the morning. Normally I knit when I wake up. I get my coffee and I don't do porridge anymore. I'm on the vanilla shake, weight care shakes, because I want to lose some weight. I love shakes. Yeah, the porridge was maybe a little bit too heavy. I don't know. but now I'm almost more than a week. I do it with a breakfast, a shake, and a coffee. And yeah, normally I'm going to knit for 3/4 or an hour, mostly on my blankets, but I felt like I wanted to knit up more whole sock balls, so I thought, why don't you do every morning 1 hour on sock knitting? So that's what I did. The first one is ready. I really like this yarn. It's a Opal Beauty yarn. Oh yeah, it lives in my Pruidel bag I made myself with all leftover little pieces of fabric. The ball I got last year in the Easter yarn swap we had, and this is the ball band. Ta-da, Opal Beauty, and the color number is 11300. So if you think, oh, what a nice color, it's I want that too, you can Google it maybe. I think they look really nice, and they knit up really quick. I love the yarn, and in this particular, how do you say that? Bij deze sock, with this sock, I use my bamboo needles, 20 centimeters from, I think they're from clover, and that's really good because the stitches are not falling off the needles very quickly, because I always leave that project bag on my bed and yeah, beside me, so that when I'm sitting with my coffee, and when my coffee is done I can knit on it immediately. So this is the second sock already on my needles, and it's a really soft, I love it, soft ball. I'm highly recommend this one. So if you can get your hands on it, I will Google it and buy one. And the colors are very, yeah. You knit every time you think, oh, I want to knit to the next stippeltjes, vlekjes, spots. So yeah, that is also a whip, a sock whip. My morning sock, I call it. That is that. And then I have the takeaway sock. I call it now the takeaway sock. That's the sock I always take with me when I'm gone, or when I'm away. And normally that's once a week to my father's house. Lives in the potjestas, the garden themed bag. And this is what it is. It is the West Yorkshire Spinners ball. I bought 2 years ago at Beautiful Knitters in London, a yarn shop. Even deze weg, anders valt hij weer. Tada! And I'm now at the heel flap. I don't. Yeah, I'm not knitting on this often because it's normally once a week. And at the breidag I took it with me, but we didn't knit a lot. I talked a lot. Signature 4-ply. And it is from West Yorkshire Spinners, and it is the Bullfinch. Yeah, so this ball reminds me of that weekend in London. Super nice. That was my first time, not my first time in London, but my first time at Beautiful Knitters. I was seeking that store, and it was when you go with the underground to Pimlico. It's really nearby the underground station, so that was good to do. Maybe I will do it in March again. In March I go to London again, 4 days. I love to go to London, and so this reminds me of the weekend 2 years ago. And I love West Yorkshire Spinners because in the Netherlands there's only one company that sells it, but it's often out of stock, and so when I'm in London and I see a new West Yorkshire Spinners ball, I always buy one. But in the meantime I have a lot of them. Maybe I have nearly all the colors, I don't know, but we'll see that this time. When you go to John Lewis, that's a big department store in Oxford Street on the 4th floor, there is a haberdashery and a yarn department, and there are always a lot of West Yorkshire Spinners balls to buy. So when you go to London and you don't live in the UK, you don't know that yet, that is the tip from Flip. John Lewis in Oxford Street on the 4th floor. There's a lot of haberdasheries. Also books, knitting books, crochet books, packages from Toft for the crocheters. Yeah, Rowan yarn. They sell Rowan yarn. Super nice. It's always nice to go there. So when I'm in London, it's one of the first things I'm going to do is go there. Yee! 3 weeks and then I'm in London. Yay! So that is that. Then I had in Holland is another podcast lady, Greet, made by Greet. She only do her film or podcast in Dutch, but she's really nice. She's really funny, and Greet is going to walk the Alpe d'Huez with her brother for the charity. I think it's for KWF. For cancer, so that's a good thing. Then that nasty illness. Yeah, for research, and Greet is going to walk the Alpe d'Huez, and then Quilting Mieke, one of my favorite bag makers she lives in Belgium. She made 3 bags for auction, and I didn't need a new project bag, but this one I loved a lot because of for Greet, for the charity, and I thought that's what I want to do, because a part of the euros went to the charity for Margreet. So I bought this bag, super nice quilting bag. Here is the little heart quilted and hand sewn, and she makes this lovely applications. How do you say it? This is for Greet, for the Alpe d'Huez. She's walking, and I love this bag a lot. So I made an offer, and I won, and a part of it is going to charity. So that's really nice. Yeah, and then I felt when the bag came through the mail, that was I think last Saturday, the week before. I felt like I want to put a project in, and of course it is a scrappy sock. I can't get it open. I was searching in my scrappies. I felt like doing a gray, black sock, but I didn't have enough, and because of the bag is red, I thought Ivonne, put red in it also. That's fitting the bag. I had a lovely basket from that fits in here from the thrift shop. I thought, oh yeah, I can put in all the balls, but yeah, our cat Moshi is chasing the balls, so I thought I will do it. Put it in the basket, and then in my lovely bag. Here in the inside are little kabouters, gnomes. And there's a pocket also in it. So then I thought I will try to knit a scrappy sock from, all leftover grays, blacks. The cuffs I did in red. That was a ball I had more from. And red, pink and gray. That's a little bit the colors that I want to use. But yeah, I had to search in my in my scrappies what I think. This is sock yarn from Sostrene Graine, and here are a lot of balls like this, the vintage leftovers. This is pink and gray, a little bit blue. I don't want to have a lot of blue in it. Maybe I will choose this one. I don't know it yet. We'll see that on the way. And normally when I finish one sock, the second sock I try to do a little bit the same. That's what I like on the moment. Sometimes you can do all scraps through each other. That's maybe a nice thing to do for the next scrappy sock. So all colors, doesn't matter. And then the second sock different. But the last scrappy socks I knit, it was all a little bit in the same order. So yeah, that is all my needles. Same recipe as all my socks. And the whole basket is fitting in. Because otherwise Moshi is going to chase my little balls. Moshi is going to the doctor's tomorrow. Somebody told me how you say that in English, and now I already forgot. neutralize. Is that good? Sweet, like that. So that he's very busy at the moment. He's running after the ladies, and I have 2 lady cats in the house. So hopefully he will be a little bit more quiet. He's a very lovely cat. Very social. That's absolute true. And yeah, we'll try to keep him inside the house. I don't know if that's going to succeed this summer. The other 2 cats are sometimes going outside, but mostly in my garden. I don't want them to walk in the whole neighborhood, but yeah, mostly it's a male cat. So we'll see how that goes this summer. Yeah, and then I have another sock on my needles. I made a tutorial for how I knit a sock, but I do that only in Dutch because I think there are enough English filmpjes, tutorials already, but the Dutch tutorials are not so. Yeah, there's not so many choice. So many viewers ask me, "Oh, Ivonne, do you want to make a tutorial once?" I did a tutorial once for how to make a project bag, and that is through that tutorial, a lot of followers can now make project bags through that video. And that video is also in English from Ellie, of course, from Little Drops of Wonderful. That's where I taught it from. So I thought I will do like a tutorial for sock knitting, but only in Dutch. So sorry for the English viewers. You can watch it, of course, but you hear me talking in Dutch. And you can see what I do, so maybe you understand Dutch. That's could be. So that lives in this bag. This bag I made last year from fabric I bought at the thrift shop. It's Easter themed, and this is a bunny. This pin I got from a viewer, Patricia. The one I chose an opal abonnement ball. I quit my subscription this year because you get 6 balls 4 times a year, and that's 24 a year. And I didn't want that this year anymore because otherwise I'd get too many balls. La ta-da! This is where I'm at. I have to do a little piece and then I can record part 2 on Sunday. Part 1 is already on YouTube. So that is what I'm doing. Sorry that it's not in English, but what I say, there are enough. Enough, like the Crazy Sock Lady, she has a very clear tutorial on how to knit a sock on DPNs. The only thing different, I'm knitting on 3 with 4 needles, and I'm knitting with the 4th needle, and she does it with 5 needles. That's the only verschil, hoe zeg je dat? So yeah, that's the reason I only do it in Dutch. And then I have my Penguono, also in a bag of quilting mica. This is my big bag. It's really nice for a big project. She made it especially for me with my name on it. I bought it myself. I didn't get it. I just, everything you see here is, by myself. Super nice. I like to do this. So yeah, I want to workshop how to do this. Hand stitching. It's nice to do. My younger son is awake. I hear him, so hopefully you don't. I think it will be going to be okay. My Penguono. Yeah, what will I say about it? I am a bit further. I did the shoulder pads. You have to sew them in. Don't think it's really neat, but yeah. It's not my favorite knit. It is really heavy on my hands. I finished the front part, so I can put it on now if I want. Now I'm busy with one of the sleeves. It's in seed stitch, you say that? So that takes a little longer. I have to knit a piece under the arm, and I have to do they make this longer than it's yeah, mouw sleeve one is ready. And yeah, I knit it every week. I knit on it, but it wasn't Sunday. I didn't feel it. Thought no, I don't want to knit on the Penguono. But when the sleeves are ready, it's nearly to an end. Then I have to do the onderkant, the bottom, and the front, like a cuff on the front. I think when it's done, I'm very happy, but I won't knit it again. This is not my favorite. It's heavy on the hands. I don't like to knit. I do it on a 5mm needle with 3 yarn held together. So for me, it is a heavy knit. It's not my favorite. But I think I like it a lot. That's the other part. When it's ready, I think I'm very happy. So I will go on every week a piece, and we'll see when it's done. So that is the Penguono. The most yarns I use is alpaca stash from Drops, like this. And yeah, I didn't buy anything for this, so that's a good thing. Stash busting. That's what Steven says, of course. So that is that. Then I have my blanket. It started as a blanket, but now it is going to be a cardigan. I was thinking, after I did a big piece, oh yeah, it's in this bag. I got it last year on Etsy from My Cottage number 9. Sorry, I have a little bit sniffy. At first I thought, yeah, I'm going to knit a blanket, just yeah, cast on so many stitches, just gotta stitch, and yeah, choose your colors and a scrappy blanket. That was the idea. But then on a certain moment I thought, oh, maybe it's nice to make a cardigan of it. But yeah, then I was doubting, what will I do? And then one of the ladies on the Breidag said to me, Ivonne, why don't you make a cardigan of it? And then I thought, yeah, that's what I thought also. So I divided the stitches. This is for the front, and the other one also, the left and the right front. I put it on a waste yarn, and now I'm going to knit the back until it's high enough. I'm going to measure. This is high enough to cover my butt a little bit. I don't want them too long because I am not so long. I am 166 centimeters, 1 meter 66. And then I'm going to, when it's ready, I'm going to 3 needle bind off the shoulders. And then I'm going to pick up stitches for the sleeve. Maybe I will do it in stockinette, because when you do it in a round, it's stockinette. Or I do, garter riches. I don't know that yet. And then I can choose at the end, do I want an I-cord bind off in the front and on the bottom, or do I go for a cuff? I don't know that yet. And the front I will do in a V-neck, so like this. And then choose a border, what I want, or a cuff, or maybe an I-cord bind off. But that's what I'm going to decide when I can put it on and I have the sleeves done. Then I'm going to decide that. So it will be a cardigan instead of a blanket. I think I like it. The color choice is a little bit earthy tone, so I didn't have enough, and one of the viewers sent me a bag with earthy tones, and I am already knitting with it. So we'll have to see if I have enough earthy tones to finish it, or that I take something out of my stash. Whole balls, we'll see that later. But at first it's all scrappies from swaps I had, scrappies I had myself. yeah, mostly from swaps, so that's really nice, from the Advent swaps. Maybe I get in the Easter yarn swap another earthy tones colors, so that I can use it for my cardigan. I'm very happy with it, because we swap always 10 grams, and that's always more than enough to knit socks and put it in here. So yay! Ja, het ziet er wel echt super nice uit on the screen. So we'll see how long it will take me. I'm knitting on it every day a piece, every day a few times up and down. Now the rows are a little bit shorter, so I do it a little bit more. I'm thinking when I'm going to edit, I'm going to knit on it this afternoon. Yeah, and then I have a longer whip, an old time whip. I casted this sweater on in February 2022, I think. Yeah, I am new. I can knit all my life, but when we were younger, then you knit flat. You knit 2 pieces and then the sleeves. So when I was 14 years old, I knitted a sweater, black with gray stripes, from acrylic yarn, and that sweater I worn a lot. I have to say my mother was a little bit helping me. So that sweater was ready, and then I knitted another one. First one was black and gray, and the second one was black and pink. So 3 years ago I thought, oh Ivonne, why don't you knit another one? And then at that point I didn't knit in a round yet, because I was new to it. So I had an old vintage yarn knitting book, and there was a pattern in, like how we do that in the 80s. Ta-da! So I knitted the back piece, the front piece. You don't have to do short rows because it's knit flat, so you can the back is you knit other anders than the front, different than the front. So that I succeeded. Then I think I did. No, I sewn it together. That's not the nicest thing. Maybe I had to do a 3-needle bind off, but at that point I didn't know that yet. And then I was happy. That was 2 years after I started it. I was knitting the cuff. That was also, I succeeded that. That was the first time I picked up stitches for the cuff. And then I cast it on the sleeve in the round. Now I have in the round, and then it laid still for I think another year. I was here, and then I thought, oh, I pick it up, and I didn't pick it up anymore. But this week I felt like, Ivonne, you have to make that sweater. You have to finish it. It's nearly finished. Why don't you come on, pick it up and do it. So I've yarn enough, so that's not a problem. And now I knitted this piece this week, and now I'm at the point that I can start the cuff. I will try it again, fit it once again, and when it's long enough I will start the cuff. And then one cuff is ready, and then I have to do another one, and then my sweater from back in the days is nearly ready. So I hope that I can show you in about 2 weeks that I have it on me. And it's black acrylic, but it's this is a lovely acrylic, not so shiny. It feels woolly, I can tell. So yeah, Ivonne wants to finish this, and I'm doubting to do stripes at the end of the sleeve, or I will do the cuffs in pink. Maybe that's nice. What would you do? Or in grey? Or would you say no, do it just in black? I don't know that yet. That's what I have to decide before I'm going to go on with it. So this sweater from back in the days is on back on track. And I hope I can show you in 2 weeks that it's done. That's my goal. So I have to knit on this and my other thing a lot. Maybe I will leave the sock knitting a little bit in the back burner, but I don't think that's going to happen because I love sock knitting. So yeah, a nearly finished object and a long lingering whip. I have another long lingering whip, but I don't tell you about that today. That's when I when I go on with that. That were two whips that I want to finish. They were too far to rip it out. So when that's finished, I'm very happy because that's the only. Yeah, blankets don't count. Blankets can always be on your needles, but these two were the only things I had on my needles, and I want to finish it. So yeah, I'm happy that I go on with it. Then I have a lovely vintage thrift shop find, and I want to knit a shawl from it. The last 3 weeks, every Tuesday when I go to my dad's house, I always go to the thrift shop Terra des Hommes. Before that, this lovely old, this is an old blanket made one of the views for me. So in this bag is, I found 3 balls and 1 brown ball 3 weeks ago at the Terra des Hommes. This is a nice pink color. 3 balls of pink. I found 1 brown and I found 1 blue. And then I was thinking I want to make a really scrappy project from yarn from the thrift shop and then make, I think, a Vertices Unite, because that's my favorite shawl. But I thought, that's maybe not enough. So last Tuesday I was there again and I found another 2 blue balls from the same and another brown. So in total I have 150 grams of blue, 150 grams of the pink, and I have 100 grams of the brown. It happens to be, it looks like Isager Highland wool. I have a few balls in my stash left over from the stripometry shawl. It looks like a little bit like the same yarn. So maybe when I'm going to knit a Vertices Unite, I'm trying to combine that. And I'm almost certain that I can knit a whole shawl of these balls. Maybe I'm using 1 color extra. I have a dark red. So and it costed me in total €2.60. So that would be nice that I have a shawl, a Vertices Unite shawl from €2.60. That's what I love the most. Oh, so nice. I have so many nice new yarns, but this is what makes me happy. And especially when it's done. It's not done yet. I'm not even started, but when it's done, I love that I do something with leftovers. Yeah, that's the thing that makes me happy. So that was my thrift shop find this week. And a few months ago I found this lovely doll. They call it an antroposophische pop. Somebody made it herself for 25 cents. I knitted this little shawl for her. This one was from Cindy. But she's still naked, and I cast it on a dress, but I don't know why. I always want to knit on socks and not on a dress for this lovely doll, so I found one in the thrift shop for $1.50. So this one has to be on this doll, and I love it. So that she's not naked anymore, and then I can, when I feel like it, I can knit another little dress for her in earthy tones. So yeah, but I love it a lot. So that was what I found in the thrift shop this week. I'm trying to reduce my my buys. I want to buy less yarn, less new yarn. I don't quit. I want to buy, of course, but not so much, and more think, do you really need this? Is it because it's in the sale, or no, you know what I mean? I want to buy less project bags. I did not succeed because I have already one. And I want to, I can buy yarn in the thrift shop, and like what I bought here. Yeah, that's it. That's not. I'm not going to leave that behind because that's super nice and so, not expensive. Yeah, cheap. It's for a charity shop, so that's always good. But I have to do something with it, because you when you buy it, you have to think, oh yeah, now I have to do something with it. So I want also with the thrift shop finds, think before I buy. The last what I showed you in the weekly vlog, the Jameson and Smith bag full of balls, that had such a nasty smell on it. I think it was mold, or I don't know. It's not going away. I tested one of the balls and it's still stinky. One of the balls is lying outside and I don't want to work with that. So that was a little pity. It was 41 euros, and I don't do anything with it. I think I'm going to throw it away. It's too smelly. I can't knit with such a stinky yarn. And and then you have to, when you knit a whole sweater with it, then maybe it is not going away when you block it, and then you have done all the work for a stinky sweater. So that's what I don't want. This is smelling perfectly. There's nothing wrong with this. So that is a note to myself when I see nice yarns in the thrift shop. Think, what will you make of it? Is it doable, or is it another clutter in your house? That is what I felt this week. I cleaned up my whole yarn stash again. I did it 2 weeks ago also, or 4 weeks ago. I will try to do that more often, so that I see what I've got, and that I don't need a lot of new things. I'm not going to buy nothing. That's what I don't like, because in about 3 weeks I'm going to London, and I certainly will buy a few balls of yarn, but I want to buy it more. Bewust. We say bewust. How do you say that in English? I don't know. So that is a note to myself, especially, and enjoy my lovely things I have. Enjoy my bags. I enjoy my yarns, and that's what I do. But it makes me happy, and that's what I like. And I'm trying to that shawl I picked out of my shawl stash, and I wore it on my bike, and I try to wear them and enjoy them. And today I have the awesome gossamer shawl around my shoulders. So not only knit it, but also enjoy it. Yes. I think I told you everything I wanted to tell you this week. That was it. Oh yeah, I have a little health side note. Next week, on Wednesday, I have to go to the hospital, and they are going to test everything. My condition is really bad, and it was concerning me, and I had felt a pain here, and I didn't know what it was. So then the doctor thought maybe it's your heart, because of your condition is getting worse. So they are going to test that next week in the hospital. But last Thursday, I had such a pain the whole day. It was such a bad feeling. From the one and the other moment, my left arm hurt, and I didn't feel good, and it didn't go away. I was sitting, and I didn't want to do anything that day. And then my sister came to visit, and she said, "Why don't you call the doctor?" But I thought, when I'm calling the doctor, he's going to send an ambulance to me. I think he's going to do that. But yeah, so I said whole day, no, I don't. It's okay. And then my youngest son came home and he said, Mama, you're so stubborn. Call the doctor. And that's what he said you had to do when it's getting worse. So I called the doctor, and within 10 minutes there was an ambulance here in my house, and they tested my heart. They made a heart film. How do you say that in English? But that was looking good. And my blood pressure was also good. So then I thought, yeah, but what is it then? I was happy, of course. I was happy that my heartbeat was good. But yeah, I still don't know what's going on. So the research they're going to do next week, that was already planned. So I will leave that. And hopefully there comes nothing out. Maybe I have reflux or so because of the feeling of zuurbranden. I don't know the English name. So hopefully it's nothing with my heart and nothing with my lungs, but that I have a bad condition because of my back pain. And I'm, the last year I sit a lot. I do a lot, but I have an e-bike. So on an e-bike you don't have to do a lot. And I walk sometimes, but yeah, within 10 minutes I think, oh, I feel tired. So maybe it's all a circle of that. I hope that is it, because then it's the best option, of course, and nothing else bad going on. And within 3 weeks I go to London, so I'm going to walk every day to this week, the coming weeks, every day 10 or 15 minutes, because it's nice weather, and walking, you can walk out of your house. It's pretending to do that you have a dog, but I don't. So that is what I want to do in the coming weeks. My healthy eating is going well, so that is a good thing. I improved my healthy eating again. I like to do it. My youngest son is also eating very healthy, so we eat a lot of the same things. It's a lot of chicken and vegetables, and less bread. That is reduced bread and beschuit and all that things. I don't do the porridge anymore. I do a shake in the morning. In the shakes are already vitamins you need. So hopefully when I'm in London I will go walking. Then I always walk on adrenaline because I love London, and I think, come on. And when I'm tired I'm going in a red bus. And one of the days we'll see Janie. Hi, Janie. And Roel, they're coming to, on Thursday, they're coming to London. And we'll meet up, and I think we're going to a yarn shop and knit together. Sit and knit and talk, of course. So that's a really nice, within 3 weeks, yay. I have a little holiday this year. The first one of the 3 this year. The other ones I tell you about later. So that is what I'm going to do. I am going to edit this all, and tomorrow morning it's going to be on YouTube and again. And I hope you liked it. If you liked it and you think, hey, I want to see more of Ivonne's videos, please like and subscribe and put on the bell. And you can always get a sign that I've got a new video. And if you think, oh, I like your video so much, maybe you can share it with others, so that my English, or not only English, but people from outside the Netherlands can find me also. So that would be nice. Now, thank you for watching, and I see you next week with a weekly vlog. But thank you for watching. Bedankt voor het kijken. Doei!